everybody, this is Sportman16, and well, Pokemon Sun and Moon dropped what is their final trailer earlier today, but apparently I'm a bit late to the party. Well, better late than never. Anyway, well, in actuality, I tried to record my reaction to that final trailer, but for some reason the YouTube copyright claim system kind of went off again, and the reaction trailer got blocked worldwide. So it's like, it's just kind of like the case with that with the previous Sun and Moon trailer when it was blocked because of like Eevee and Pikachu Z moves. So I'm not quite sure what it was this time. So I'm basically just going to talk about what the trailer had and bring up some pictures of what there was revealed, because I do see the page that they updated it with new Pokemon, Alolan forms, Ultra Beasts, abilities, and Z moves. So what was basically shown is that the starters, Decidueye, Incineroar, and Marina, have their own Z moves. So these are some really interesting starters. Having a signature move and a Z move. These are some pretty interesting starters, like I mentioned. But yeah, basically, to be talking about the starters' Z moves, Decidueye is known as Sinister Arrow Raid, and from what I saw in the trailers, that Decidueye jumps into the air, spreads its wings, and spawns a bunch of apparently ghostly bird arrows. And then basically just starts dive bombing at the target. And then once he swoops down and hits the target, the arrows come in and hit the target afterwards, after the Decidueye hits the target, and that was pretty amazing. Then there is Incineroar's Z move called Malicious Moonsault, where basically, like before the Z move was even executed, Incineroar just comes coming in from the air, landing on the ground, basically kind of like this, and just kind of smirking like, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna mess somebody up. But yeah, after that, he basically lets out a roar and apparently spawns this wrestling ring. Then Incineroar goes jumping onto the top turnbuckle, jumps up pretty much almost like to the top of that freaking arena he was in. And at the time, the fire belt kind of flames up. And once he was in the air, he did like 2 or 3 front flips, and then just basically just body slams the target, unleashing a big old massive fiery explosion. And that was pretty amazing. Then there's Marina's Z move, being called Oceanic Operetta, where it was interesting how it went. Basically, Marina unleashes her hair, gets up and sings to where she spawns this, what seriously looks like, to me in my opinion, a water-like spirit bomb. Well, they pretty much called it just a gigantic water balloon of some sort, and then she just slowly pushes basically what I'm going to call the water spirit bomb for the moment. She just slowly pushes it towards the target, slowly drops the water spirit bomb on the target, unleashes a big old singing cry, and boom! Water spirit bomb explodes. That was something I wasn't expecting Marina to do. But yeah, out of all of them, I like all 3 of them. They're all pretty amazing. Now, I'm not quite sure if I actually mentioned this clearly enough, but I actually have made my decision on who my starter's going to be. I mean, originally I was Team Rowlet, but due to now the evolutions being revealed, I have switched. I've changed teams. I changed from Team Rowlet to Team Litten. I am officially Team Litten. Because, I'm sorry, but Incineroar is seriously just badass looking. Yes, even the fact that it is bipedal, which apparently a lot of people really don't like, because one of the previous times that John and Liz came over, Liz pretty much said that she's not a big fan of Incineroar because of the fact that it's bipedal. And I'm like, give me a break here. Well, I didn't exactly say that to her, but in my mind I did. I was like, give me a break, people. You just hate on Incineroar's design because it went bipedal after evolving from a quadrupedal cat. Just back off. But yeah. And this is something pretty funny that I decided to do, that I am going to be giving a nickname to my Litten for when it becomes an Incineroar. Because of Incineroar being a Fire Dark type and being pretty much a gigantic wrestling cat associated with fire, and it's a Dark type Pokemon, and being classified as a heal Pokemon, I pretty much gave a good nickname for it. Well, it was kind of inspirational. But my Incineroar will be officially nicknamed. It'll be nicknamed Kane. The WWE wrestler Kane. Because back in the earlier days of Kane, when he first came around, he was basically a dark entity that was associated with fire, and he was originally a heel. So nicknaming Incineroar Kane is just plain perfect. That's all there is to it. Though it will feel kind of awkward at first when I have it as Litten and Torracat to be calling it Kane when it's a Litten. But that's just how I'm going to do it. Now, some people probably would come up with their own nicknames for like Decidueye and Marina. I mean, granted, yeah, I am going to pick Litten, but I'm not saying that I hate Rowlet and Popplio for their evolutions, or just them in general. I mean, excuse me. Decidueye looks freaking amazing. Marina just looks beautiful. But I just see Incineroar, it's just an automatic want for me. I mean, it's pretty much like Gen 5 all over again for me, when it was actually Gen 5 was the first time I actually picked the fire starter. Yes, I chose Tepig for my Gen 5 adventures, because, well, I like the design of Emboar. And even still to this day, I freaking love Emboar. And not hating on the other two. That's pretty much how I am with all the starters of every generation. I just pick one that's my favorite and still like the other two. But anyway, gonna move on from the starters. Anyway, let's see what else there is here. They did reveal two new Ultra Beasts, well, one new Ultra Beast and one that was already revealed in Korokoro a day or so ago. They did not show the paper samurai bug thingy, and the one and like the bluish green one with the giant missile rocket-like arms. They didn't reveal those. They actually revealed what was Ultra Beast 3, Ultra Beast Lighting. And it looked pretty amazing, and also, as UB3 Lighting came out, apparently it was able to shroud itself in some kind of dark red aura of some sort. And it's like, it can't be a totem, so like maybe it's probably increasing its, like its speed or attack stats or something, I don't know. And of course, these Ultra Beasts don't exactly have typings, though the Sun and Moon data mines said otherwise. But I'm not inclined to believe those typings until, like, for some reason, these Ultra Beasts become capturable and we can see them, and I'll see them for myself. Anyway, what are my thoughts on Ultra Beast 3 lighting? It's interesting looking, though as I was scrolling through Tumblr earlier, I was seeing like some already made jokes on UB3 lighting being called like the angry Christmas lights because of some people screen capping UB3 lighting at the right time where those little lights on its arm were red. I will admit that it's kind of funny because yeah, people would tend to use red colored Christmas lights. But yeah, if I really do get a feeling that UB lighting is just going to be pure electric for all we know. I don't know. We don't really officially know the typings for the Ultra Beasts, or if the Ultra Beasts are going to be capturable. Because again, the data mine was out, but I just didn't bother looking, or I didn't look into it too much. All I just knew about were allegedly some of the buffs and nerfs, and that was pretty much it. Now, the other Ultra Beasts that was revealed in the Coral scans, there was basically a more bigger, clearer image of that scan, showing what was Ultra Beast 5, being called Gluttony, even though the trailer said it was called Ultra Beast 5 Glutton. But when I saw this thing, I was like, what? Just seeing its design, is that it looked like it was like a freakishly massive Ultra Beast, being all mainly black in color, being bipedal with like the absolute stubbiest of legs I've ever seen, even more stubby than Mecha Swampbird's. Sorry, Mecha Swampbird, not wanting to make fun of your stubby legs. But apparently, Ultra Beast 5 Gluttony has 2 pairs of eyes, one on like supposedly like the big main head, and one on like some kind of tiny little head on top of its bigger head, having like this big old gaping mouth, kind of like a chain chomp, and having like all these like little spikes in its mouth, and the inside of its mouth is like an awesome blue color with having yellow teeth. Had like it also had like a club tail, and had like all these like little, I think it was like what appeared to be like little unusable wings, and having like, and one of the biggest features of Gluttony was it basically had these big tentacle arms with pincers at the end, and where they came out of was basically right here, all out its lower jaw. Ugh. Game Freak, you really came up with some pretty good designs for these Ultra Beasts. Now, out of all the Ultra Beasts that have been revealed, do I have a favorite Ultra Beast? Essentially now at this point 2 or 3. That would be Ultra Beast, or basically the Ultra Beast 2s, because, well, yeah, it would be both Ultra Beast 2 being Beauty and Absorption, because, well, Ultra Beast 2 Beauty just looks beautiful for some kind of humanoid bug thing with freakishly long antlers, and Ultra Beast 2 Absorption because it's big and has lots of muscles, and being sort of like a bug. And also, I've already taken a liking into Gluttony, because you just look at the thing. Anyway, now there was also the mention of that mysterious black color Pokemon, though they pretty much don't mention anything of it. They just showed what it was and just let it be. I managed to actually get a good look at it from like an official image, because I mean, you would be seeing an image up on my right shoulder here. You'll be seeing what it looks like, but it's like I see this thing fully, and I'm like, I automatically want this thing, because it could be like a steel type of some sort. Because it looks too much like it, that it could not be a steel. Like, let me word this more correctly. The way how this mysterious black Pokemon looks, it looks too much to be a steel type. Could it just be a pure steel type, or it could be maybe a sub-steel type? Who knows? We really don't know what the heck this thing is. Now this is just a little bit of a side note, that it pretty much confirms that the Magirana QR code will be distributed in Europe from December 6th inside the Pokemon TV app for smartphones and tablets. Now, they also did reveal what was kind of already revealed in the first place, which was Alolan Diglett and Dugtrio. Now, both Alolan Diglett and Dugtrio are confirmed to be ground steel types, which is interesting. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest here. My thoughts on Alolan Diglett and Dugtrio, as of right now, I really don't like them. I just don't. Because all they did with them is just basically changing their dirt to have, like, I don't know, like little steel rocks in them, and just slap hair on their head. Like with Diglett, it just has like just 3 little strands of hair, whereas Dugtrio have full heads of hair, and it's blonde hair. And honestly, I'm just gonna say this right now, because within time these Alolan forms will grow on me. But for right now, I'm just saying Alolan Diglett and Dugtrio are like the dumbest looking Alolan forms I've ever seen. Now, before you guys say anything in the comments saying like, well, what about Alolan Persian? Doesn't it look dumb? Actually, my own personal opinion on Alolan Persian, I actually think it's funny looking. And not funny in a bad way. Because the way how I see Alolan Persian, it basically just looks like a light blue colored quadrupedal dark type Garfield. And I find that funny in a good way. But yet, because of Alolan Persian's design, a lot of people just straight up hate this thing. It's like like some people will be saying like just the shape of its head just ruined Persian. It's like, grow up, people, just grow up. That's all I really have to say. But again, most of these reveals from Gen 7 I really do like. It's just Alolan Diglett and Dugtrio are gonna have to take some time to grow on me, because I'm just not really liking the concept of just having Dugtrio have different change in its dirt and having full heads of hair. I just don't like it right now, but eventually within time it'll grow. It'll grow on me, so yeah. Let's see here. New abilities. Yeah, basically, Alolan Diglett and Dugtrio have the new ability known as Tangled Hair. Essentially, what Tangled Hair is going to do is that when a Pokemon makes contact with Alolan Diglett or Dugtrio, their speed drops by 1. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of a weird ability. Kind of weird. But yeah, that's what Tangle does. Taking a look at the Z moves. Yeah, there was mentioning of like some short clips of excuse me again, some other Z moves of different types, like the Z move for normal type being Breakneck Blitz. Never Ending Nightmare is the name of the Ghost type Z move. fighting type Z move is called All Out Pummeling. Dragon type's Z move is called Ultimate Dragon Burn, and from what I'm seeing is being shown off by Drampa. Don't exactly know the naming of the Rock type Z move, and then basically the exclusive Z moves of Raichu, Snorlax, Pikachu, Eevee, the Tapus, and essentially the starters. Now, there is one mentioned here that is not like a attacking Z move, but more of a status Z move. It says here, rather than using the unique Z moves, you could choose to use your one Z move in battle to instead power up a status move. Each status move has got a special effect, such as raising stats or healing yourself in battle, for it does the usual move's effect. And from what the screenshot I'm seeing here, it's apparently a normal type status Z move called Z Splash. Now, as we all know with the move Splash, is that you just flop around and do nothing. And from what I see in the description here, the user just flops and splashes around to no effect. But there is a major kicker. Despite the fact having apparently what looks like 40 usages out of Z Splash, there is a Z power effect to using Z Splash. You use Z Splash, does nothing, but it is shown on the screenshot right here that Z Splash's effect raises your attack by not 1, not 2, but 3. You heard me right. Z Splash's power effect increases your attack power by 3 stages. 3 freaking stages! That is just insane. Though it's not 100% sure who will have access to that. I don't know, but just Z Splash just doing nothing but increasing your attack by 3 flippin' stages. Oh dear lord. But yeah, I don't really think there's much else to talk about. But yeah. So this is basically going to be a simple enough question that more or less people are going to give like the same answer to. Is that if you guys are hyped for Sun and Moon coming out this Friday for US and Japan, though unfortunately for the European Pokemon players, they're going to have to wait till November 23rd, so yeah, I kind of feel a little sorry for the European Pokemon players. So, yeah. If you guys are hyped for Sun and Moon coming out, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. And you guys are more than welcome to comment of what was the most exciting thing that Pokemon Sun and Moon revealed. Like, would be the starters, any of the Alolan native Pokemon, any of the Alolan region native Pokemon, like pretty much the Alolan forms. Like, you guys can tell me like what would be your favorite out of those, and like what was like your favorite mechanic that they released, your favorite human character that they released, and pretty much all that jazz. So anyway, that'll pretty much do it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and again, I really wish I could have recorded my reaction to the final Sun and Moon trailer, but apparently the copyright claim system just kind of said nope. Because if memory serves me right, that apparently the copyright claim was apparently upon pre-Marina Z move, so yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And, as always, my outro shall handle the rest. So I'll be seeing you guys next time.